I'm going to try to be brief. Sometimes I talk a long time, but here's a scenario. Homeless in America. That's the organization I started. And the reason I started is because, hold on a second. The reason I started is because I believe all the churches, all the nonprofits and the government are doing a horrific job of handling the homeless dilemma. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous that the most powerful, richest country in the world can't solve this problem. Here's the scenario. Most of these organizations provide food, maybe some little food, and you get some clothes and little benefits, tiny benefits, but all in all, they're not getting what they need, and what they really need to survive is shelter. Now, some of the government cities are trying to do that, but they're so expensive, so cumbersome, and they're doing a terrible job, okay? It's so costly. They're just inefficient, don't know what they're doing, not giving them the best housing. It's horrible. Shelters are overrun. They underestimate. They have the statistics are totally wrong, and all the churches should be able to pitch in, but they're not. The statistics on homelessness are wrong because they don't include. I'm on the road for over 2 years. I've met thousands and thousands and thousands of homeless people. A lot of them are living in cars. They're living in vans. They're living in RVs, including motorhomes, trailers. They're living in converted cargo trailers like the one I have. These people aren't included in the statistics. Plus, a lot of homeless people aren't included in the statistics. I talk to them, they've never been added to the statistics. So the statistics are low. I estimate there's probably at least 2 million homeless people in the United States. And what I'm trying to do, I'm going to provide food and clothing because that's inexpensive, but I want to help create shelters, homes for these people. It's what they really, really need, and it's the hardest, most expensive thing to get. And no one's doing a good job of it. No one, nowhere, anywhere. I look from California to West Coast, all the way to the East Coast, and everywhere in between, from Florida all the way up. It's pathetic what's happening, man. I see people sleeping on sidewalks without anything, and people sleeping in cars, and in Florida they live in that vegetation along the sides of roads. There's wherever there's trees and there's a lot of foliage. We call them tree people because they go into the bushes, and Florida, that's pretty common. Some of them sleep right in there, or they pitch a small tent. It's sad, and that's what I'm trying to do. Homeless in America is try to provide housing, homes. I want to buy land. I want to have a place start in Florida, Colorado, and California, those 3 states. From those 3 states, if I can accomplish that, I can do it anywhere in the country. But I want to buy land, and with the land, I want to build a central building that has a soup kitchen, has shower facilities and bathrooms and all the things that we're going to give to the homeless people, but also add homes and shelters, build shelters and homes for them, and have a place for the people that are homeless that have vehicles for them, a place to park. When you're homeless and you have wheels, I call them homeless on wheels. I even wrote a song, Homeless on Wheels. When you're homeless and you're on wheels, one of the hardest things is try to find a safe place to park. Most of the cities in America, they won't let you park overnight. You get harassed, you get arrested, all that stuff. It's very hard, so they need places to park. And we need to help them so they don't lose their vehicles, and so they don't get even worse and wind up out on the sidewalk. So that's what I'm accomplishing. Homeless in America.